title of the piece, and the synopsis. If you can really think about it, if we're saying we're going to dive into dance, since we're using that from before. Dive into dance is your title. What impact do you want it to have? So they would have said, okay, dive into dance, meaning we're going to indulge and engage ourselves in this dance in a positive way, or we're going to dive into dance to be literal and commit suicide. So I mean, that's two different ways, two different impacts. One is going to be very engaging and very involving and say, okay, yes, we're going to enjoy this dance piece and it's going to be a positive effect, or we're going to dive into dance and we're going to dive to death. It's a negative effect. It's still, but you're going to portray the one that you want us to see based on your thought process from your title into your synopsis. Your synopsis should tell us what it is you're doing before you do it. If you do it and it's not what you have there, it's a negative impact. You understand? If you do what you have on the paper, or at least you express yourself 80-90% of what is on your synopsis, it's a positive impact for us, the judges. So it's impact in what you do, impact in what you say from beginning to end. Other elements that would affect your impact: your facial expressions, your emotions. I'm going to give you some emotions that you can use. All stems from your title: uneasiness, anger, being afraid, being happy. If your piece is going to tell us something negative or positive, if you are going to be unhappy, your end result is an unhappy result. Doesn't always have to be a happy ending. Your piece doesn't have to be happy. If you're going to be upset, if you're going to be confused, frustrated, flustered, annoyed, these are different emotions that you could use throughout your piece to tell us your story. It's the impact you want to make on us. So from that emotion, your facial expressions should tell us, right now, I'm tired. So I should not be here trying to do this and then talk like this because I'm tired. I'm tired, so my face looks tired, and I'm going to dance like if I'm tired. You get the impact, right? If I'm feeling happy and I'm feeling chirpy and I want to get y'all going and I'm going to say, praise the Lord, hallelujah. You understand? Everything has to tie into one another. So after you know what your emotion is going to be, facial expression, movement, the power, the strength, the way your body moves should also tell us that story. It will also give us the impact that you want. Your physical appearance. Your physical appearance, number one. Yours, you, the performer. If you come and your hair is in one, tied back in one, and you paint your face white, what's that? I could think of a few things. If your hair is tied back in one and you paint your face white, this is you, the person. What are you telling me? Anybody could think of a few things? You're dead. That's one. I didn't think of that. You could be a mime. Mm-hmm. You could be a white man. You could be a clone. You could be a geisha girl. What else? Anything else? So you, the way how you present yourself, physical being, will tell us will impact on us what you're trying to say. On the other end of that, in terms of physical appearance, your costume. If you're coming to me and you're going to wear a very short skirt, but then you're supposed to be the mother figure in the piece, and you have children there, wait, is you really telling me if you's the mother in the piece, I'm gonna be the little skirt? Wait, is... Depends on what you're conveying. That's my point. That's my point. You understand? So you understand where I'm coming from. It's the impact. So don't tell me you're the mother figure with a little skirt, doing your own little debut thing, with the little girls on the side, but you're trying to tell them a positive story. You better be careful with that. Be very careful. It depends on what you want to portray. You understand? Good. So everybody's following me. Making sure that your message is clear, crystal clear. Because even in an instance like that, do as I say and not as I do. Making sure that it is clear, clear, clear. Do not leave that stage until we understand that message. If not, it will leave us with the wrong impact. We have gone to many finals, and you would hear, oh, introducing the Glen Burnett dancer. And then the dancers get on stage, and the impact on the judges is like, But the audience is impressed for whatever reason. If it's the music, if it is the popularity of the dancers, if it is their costuming, the sounds they're using, if they're using seductive movements, it's the impact that you're looking for. The right one. Is there anyone who can think of, based on the emotions that I mentioned, how your piece, your auditions are on Saturday, how your piece will impact on us? Us meaning the judges, number one, and your audience, number two. What kind of impact would you like to make on us? Because as would have been mentioned before, we would have seen, in terms of creativity, we would have seen topics being rehashed. So obviously when you're gonna do a rehash, what kind of impact is gonna have on us who have been here either from the beginning of the 10 years or coming in from within the time? What kind of impact are you gonna have on us that have been here for a while in terms of the judges? Anybody? He won't talk, look.
Yes, good afternoon.
Mm-hmm.
I expect y'all to enjoy the piece. It's joyful. I expect y'all to feel a form of excitement. Well, for some types of choreography, as Miguel was saying, some people use a different approach in terms of, some people can start slow and gradually go into a form of excitement. That's my method. I like to build up and go into excitement rather than hitting one time and carrying the energy straight through. So I decided y'all should slowly into enjoyment. I guess. Slowly into excitement. I don't know if y'all understand that, right? Yeah, cool? Yeah.
Okay. Anyone else? You don't need to tell me what the piece is about. Nobody has anything prepared for Saturday? Huh? Oh, it's a secret, so that it will have a big impact on me. Right. All right, we'll leave it as that. Thank you.
It's just a side note in terms of impact, and I think is a mistake, if I can say that some of the contestants usually make. You're in a competition, and a competition is judged by judges and not by your audience. And sometimes that's a mistake that a lot of people fall into. You would have people that use the mix genres of music and stuff like that, and it's usually a younger catchment group of people that come to Dance Fest. So they would be into all the modern songs and the up-to-date songs and whatever. And the crowd going wild. No, that's you impact. You impacted on them. But we know that really synopsis, and you said this dance supposed to be Jack eat no fat. And in the dance, they see Jack eating bare fat. And gang sour and saucy. And they like, but the audience, that impacted on the audience. But remember, y'all are being judged by judges and not by the audience. So as Kimberly was saying, impact goes both ways. And what we try not to do is let the audience cloud our vision in terms of what it's supposed to be. Right? Okay.
Let me just add to that statement as well. You have to remember the judges are slightly older than the audience. And I use slightly. I use slightly. Yeah, they do. But there's something called nostalgia, right? And it's a very powerful thing. If you tend to use older music, you tend to draw people into nostalgia. And you have to know your target audience. If you want to win the competition, the target audience is your judges, not the audience. Sorry, that's how it plays.
We're not old people. Judges keep up to date. It's part of our job. We have to know that the latest dances, including the Nene and the Bop and these things, we have to know the dances, we have to know the technique of them. If not, we can't judge it. You understand? Right. But to add to that, as Kimberly said, some of us have been here from the beginning, and she meant me. And I can tell you, I can put some of it outside. I can tell you some common mistakes made by groups in Dance Fest. We love the fact that groups travel to all of the preliminaries and all the zone finals to see all the groups, but they also do something that is fundamentally wrong. One movement or two that they see another group doing that gets a great impact, it turns up in their routine a little bit later, and it does not go down well with the judges. It does not. Remember, we see. We see, and what you think we don't see, we see. We see you on stage chewing gum. We see you on stage with one hair out of place, because the things that you don't think that we see are the head things that hit out at us, because we're looking for certain components. So if you take from another group, even if you take from another group in competitions 2 or 3 years before, don't think that we are older people and can't remember. We remember. And if you take from So You Think You Can Dance and bring it back the same exact way, and America's Next Best Dance crew and bring it back the same way, and Dancing with the Stars, and we see. And your level of creativity, your mark for creativity and originality drops. As we say, there's nothing really new under the sun. If you're going to do it, if you see a movement or an amalgamation of movements that you like or you think can work, don't use them back the exact same way. We are intelligent people. We are creative people. We are artists. Respect the process and try to bring them in a new, innovative way. And that will impress us. It will impress us beyond you copying a movement from another participant, which really does not go down well, or copying a movement from somewhere else that you've seen. So I just wanted to put that out there because some groups tend to think that that is the key to winning Dance Fest. And when they don't turn up at the final, they stalk me when they see me outside. But what you do, we can only judge what we see. So it's really at you, yeah?
I still hear them say that they want to retire some of y'all. But anyway, I'm just joking. We're at the lunch period. We were supposed to have ended at 4, but so what we're going to ask you to take a 45-minute period. Those of you who haven't introduced yourselves yet, you'll still get a chance to do it after. You introduce yourself in groups. The questions are your name, your group, and if you had to write a jingle for Community Dance Fest, what would one line be? But for now, let me find out by groups who is here, right? So I think we see Adrenaline in the house over here. Huh? Multifarious. Dance and Diamonds. Ace Dance Center. Elevation. Reactive. Pure Image. Western. Fusion is here, Haynesville. Fusion is here. And then there are groups that came in that I'm not. Anyone we're missing? I'm seeing for the first time. You're from? You're in that group? Wow, big group. All right, so, Finesse Dance Group. So, I am John Hunt, the National Artistic Coordinator. This is Alicia, who is the Chief Coach. These are members of the general panel, Glenn, and Nadia, and Kimberly. Give them a hand for their sterling presentations. Nigel is helping out with the sound. These various people with cameras. They're just here to archive and record, so don't feel frightened. This lady over here, the head cook and bottle washer, this is Jacqueline Pinder. She works with the Community Dance Development, the internal coordinator. And this is Marcus Myers. This is the guy that is responsible for your social media. He works with Global Expert Systems. He is putting stuff up on Facebook, iDanceFest, on Facebook, and also a Tumblr account called idancefest.com. He's very interested in having access to your Facebook name so that he can add you, so you can send the information out, so people can follow your process through the competition online. So please get to know him over the process of your lunch period, which is 45 minutes. We want you to get back here at 1:15 for your interactive session, right? Get ready to move, get ready to be creative, get ready to dive into dance, right? In that period, please check in with the registration table to make sure that we have all your correct information, right? What else I want to tell you? And there's a form that we wanted to fill out at the end of the day about the survey, which is to tell us if you were impressed or if you were bored by what we did. So at some point today, you will let us know, right? I'm going to let Alisa give you the instructions about lunch, and see you at 1:15, ready to dive into dance, right? Woohoo! Right.
Oh, his enthusiasm. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, it's time for lunch. We have some good stuff waiting for you downstairs. What we're going to ask you to do is to go back through the entrance and go around to the front of the building. Right, and enter that way so that we can seamlessly come up this way once you've had your food, you know, so. Yeah, so you can come back in this area and have your meal. All right, so enjoy and see you in a bit. Remember.